Hello, DevOps friends! Welcome to Full Stack Live. I'm Jochen, the Monospace Mentor, and I'm happy to be online again. A little bit delayed today, apologies. I let hyperfocus take the better of me and get the better of me, and so I only realized that I should have lunch when I already had to prepare my stream if I wanted to start in time. So yeah, since I can't do a stream without having had lunch, I went to lunch late, which means I also get to start late. And when I was about to start, I realized that I had to update my OBS installation so the NVIDIA drivers would work again, which delayed this stream for another 10 minutes or so. Not the worst, but still, the Lumen is not happy. And when the Lumen is not happy, I cannot be happy either. Welcome, the Lumen. Welcome, Ivan, the Raging Python. Welcome! You wanted just asking, why do you want it just asking? And of course, welcome back, Amiga Gamer. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great Thursday. So far, I do have a great Thursday. And I hope this will continue during this stream. And yeah, that famous German punctuality is a myth anyway. Or have you ever tried to get a train in Germany? All right, so today I'm probably going to work on the forum that will be the heart of the new Monospace Mentor community, which I'm going to launch officially soon. As I alluded to on Tuesday, I was also about to switch my whole course booking system. I started out using Podia as my course platform, and Podia is great, don't get me wrong, but I don't feel flexible enough using Podia. While it's nice to have everything out of the box, it has a website builder, it has email functionality, it has a community forum, it has all these things, but they are all pretty limited. And yeah, I might be a power user, and with open source software like Discourse at my disposal, I just feel that I could be off better. And so I did actually install Discourse on a VPS on Tuesday, on my stream on Tuesday. And after the stream, I actually was able to finish the installation. The DNS problems I had at the end of the stream were simply due to pilot error. I had forgotten a small, tiny detail, and that is the dot that needs to terminate the domain name that is the target of a CNAME entry in Hetzner DNS. You have to manually terminate your domain names. Otherwise, if you don't add that final period, then your own Apex domain will be added. And so instead of .zendgrid.net, I got .zendgrid.net.monospacementor.com. And this was easily fixed. Yeah, owned by a dot. Isn't it ironic? Email was working nicely, and that enabled me to finish the setup process, and the forum is actually online, but needs a lot of love before I can actually welcome users to it. That's that. In the process of setting this whole community up, I also decided that I'm going to make it a paid community, instead of just another free addition to the community tools we already have, namely Discord. It's really hard to keep those two apart, even though Discord is completely different from Discourse. One is a chat system, the other is a forum. One is proprietary, the other one is completely open source. And yeah, so I've decided to make this actually a paid community because in my experience, running a community, if you want to not half-ass it, is hard, takes a lot of time and care and love, and all the time that you're spending taking care of a community needs to be sustainable, and that means it needs to finance itself in some way. And I think it's a valid decision to actually charge to charge members to join. And I'll probably even limit the amount of members we're going to have. So I can actually give that care and attention to each member of the Monospace community, especially since the yearly plan for the Monospace community is going to include personal one-on-one mentorship and coaching. And yeah, nothing is worse than paying for coaching and then your mentor doesn't have any time for you or is not in it. So yeah, sustainability is an important thing, and I hope people will understand that this is not going to be another free offering where in the end you don't really get anything out of it, and when you leave the community, no one is not even going to notice it. So do we have an initial price for joining? Yes, we do. I have been working on the website for hours this week until late into the night, because I really wanted to get things ready. And I learned a lot about Tailwind CSS and styling and stuff in general. And I also did a lot of tweaking to copy. I wrote a lot of text to explain things. And the result is what you can now see on screen. That's the new Monospace Mentor website with my new color palette applied. And if you scroll down and click on Join the Community, you'll get the community page, which does explain my whole strategy behind that community. And down here, we have the pricing. It's going to be €450 per quarter or €900 per year, which isn't even €100 per month if you do the math. And if you take into account that not only do you get additional content like the video series Practical DevOps that I'm going to start and produce regularly. You get community events like office hours and stuff like that. On top of that, you also get mentorship each month, which is easily worth another €1,500. I think it's a good level of pricing. Let me know if you agree or if you disagree. I definitely value every constructive feedback, and we can change things if someone is making a great argument. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. I also changed the mentorship page, because mentorship will now be just a part of the community offering, which also simplifies things. We don't have 4 different membership plans anymore. I'll split that between Ko-fi, where we'll simply do the support sponsorships, and then there's the community membership with the mentorship offer attached, which makes things easier for both sides, easier for me to manage, and easier for people to actually grasp and know what they're getting. And yeah, as I said, the community is still in its infancy and needs quite a bit of love, and I'll have to think where to start, actually. There's so much stuff to do. But now I'll probably be able to split off the Podia website. It's not even linked from the main website anymore, but there is still a bit of content that I need to transfer, and we'll do that today, I think, so that I can finally cancel my Podia plan, and which I'll do with a bit of a heavy heart because I really like the folks at Podia. They're doing a great job. They're great Ruby on Rails developers too. Two of them are part of the Remote Ruby podcast that I listen to every episode of. And so, yeah, this will be a sad goodbye, but goodbye nonetheless. The Laman said, I'm sold to the idea. That's great. That really makes me happy because, of course, there's a lot of insecurity of making these business decisions, and getting positive feedback about it feels so great. It was the same with my upcoming Varnish course, which is already linked from the new website, which is going to happen end of this month. I didn't really know if the pricing was right and if the content was appealing and stuff like that. And so I reached out to a few of our customers who get to enjoy our Varnish setup on the managed hosting platform we are running every day. And the feedback was overwhelmingly positive, and it even got me a few testimonials that I'll still have to the website as well. So yeah, thank you, the Laman, for the positive feedback. That really feels great. Let's say someone wants a one-time mentorship or a monthly subscription, not long-term commitment. Will that be an option? I think the quarterly membership will be the shortest one, and yes, I am aware that doesn't include the mentorship. Question is, what is your expectation on mentorship? Can mentorship actually happen in a one-time thing? Because a one-time call is not quite mentorship. That's just an hour of consulting, I guess. So mentorship for me rather means to build up a working relationship and find out what the other person's needs and goals are, and then working continuously towards this goal or these goals, tracking their progress, giving advice on the way and things like that. So this is, in my eyes, a long-term commitment, and probably will require at least 3 months of working together. And that's why I made it part of the yearly plan. If there is a need for one-off consulting or advice or something like that, I'll think about it. Not sure if I can make a valid offer here, but I'll definitely think about it. And if you can give me an example of how a one-time consulting / advice / coaching call could work out, if you can give me a scenario that helps me understand better where you're hinting at, then that would be great. Balthazar, good morning. How are you doing? Welcome. I just presented the new Monospace Mentor website with all the color palette applied, new copy on there, the Varnish course linked from the course course page, the mentorship being completely rewritten and reformatted. Okay, I see that there is some spacing issue that I didn't see before. That's interesting. Somehow the space got lost here. Okay, I'll have to look after that. And also the mentorship being wrapped up in the new community system, which I've decided to make a paid community. Inode, hello, welcome to the stack. Good to have you too. And yes, you can't see anything. So let's switch screens. So yeah, I'm pretty happy how the site turned out, and it's now completely independent of the once separate course platform on Podia. Linnea, hello! Everyone pouring in, come on in. It's nice in here. Good to have you folks. So yeah, let's start with that strange effect that for some reason the spacing here got screwed up, which is really strange. Let's go to mentorship. This is this one. And that should have a PX6. However, it does not. What happens if I reload? No. No, there's spacing once I do this. So is this only if I make the window smaller? No. Oh yeah. Just after this breakpoint. Very strange. Linnea, I'm doing great. Very happy to have the new Monospace Mentor website online, and a bit excited how people will react to it. Especially to the decision to make the new community platform a paid-for one. The Lemon said, absolutely. To clarify, let's say that I have an AWS Solutions Architect Associate Certificate and I want to work on practical problems, labs that actual companies face so I can improve as a professional and be able to meet expectations. Makes sense. I just don't know how a one-off coaching would help you there, because an hour is over quickly, and from my experience with my, for example, with the pair programming we are doing in my team, yeah, you need to have at least a few hours of time, ideally with some time in between just to stew on things and let new solutions bubble up and things like that. So I still don't see this as such a short-term commitment thing. Right, you want just asking? Enjoy your dinner. Lovely to have you. So let me see. This is a strange effect that wasn't there before. Maybe, no, let's not speculate. Let's just grab the old inspector. Let's see. So that's the PX6. It still says padding left 1.5, but Firefox doesn't do that. Amiga Gamer, I can give an example where one time might be beneficial. Been out of the industry for 4+ years, circumstances have changed, considering getting back into ICT. Would be more likely to pay for an initial consultation to decide if and how there's a route back in, rather than take a long-term subscription while income funds are uncertain. Yeah, I'm aware of that situation. If someone, for example, is unemployed and wants to get back on track, then of course it's hard to make that commitment. On the other hand, it might be a great investment if you can afford it. It could actually speed up the time until you have another employment again and decide where you want to go and things like that. So there is this is a double-edged sword, I guess. Stupak, hello, good to have you. Welcome to the stack. We talked recently, but I haven't seen you on the stream actually, and good to see you again. Any news on the keyboard front, Stupak? So I have no idea actually what's happening here. Oh, maybe it's because this particular browser has different settings, so actually people can see better, so it has an increased font size and things like that. So that might actually what's screwing up things. That's the difference. In my normal working browser, I don't see this space here missing. You got the Shift Happens book. Isn't it amazing? It's the build quality. Oh man, yeah, I got it, I think a day after Christmas. And I unfortunately, I still didn't have the time to really do some reading. I got in a few pages, but it's amazing. I'm so happy how it turned out. And Marcin is an absolute legend. From doing the book and, well, writing the book and the whole production. It's so amazing. I never got a book that can rival that. So yeah, this was a Kickstarter well worth joining. And yeah, I should really set aside time to read it. Let me open another browser so we can see, or maybe I'll simply change font size. Let me see, where is this? Fonts. Instead of 22, if we switch to something more sane, like say 14. And already we have more spacing. So if we actually increase font size, that's zoom, and zoom seems to work. I think the control plus minus doesn't actually change font size, it decreases, increases or decreases zoom. So why is it that increasing font size, so all my tabs are bigger, breaks things? That's interesting. And it also breaks responsiveness. Interesting.
It's a Unix system. I know this.
Bad Cop, welcome to the stack. Thank you for the follow. Okay, that's interesting. If some of the more front-end savvy people in the audience have any idea why that happens if I increase my font size substantially, as if I weren't wearing contact lenses, or if I wanted to have people on the stream actually read what I have in my browser, I'm very curious why this is happening. Amiga Gamer says, this is why I don't do web design. Exactly, isn't it? The Laman asked Robert Holden's book. No, it's Marcin Vicheri or Vicheri. It's called Shift Happens by Marcin Vicheri. I think it's an actual Polish C, so I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. It's a Kickstarter book about keyboards. It has a whole tome about the predecessors of computer keyboards, mainly typewriters. And then it has another book about keyboards, computer keyboards alone. And then since he smashed all his Kickstarter goals, there's a third booklet with an making of the whole book. Ah yes, shift happens.site. Yeah, correct. Balthasar said, probably because all of your element sizing is based on M or M, and there's a hard threshold that when 1M times zoom level greater than N, it adjusts the layout. Okay. What's interesting about it? Well, there's a few things, but you know what? Let me get it from the living room downstairs, and I might be able to show you. I'll be right back. So, I'm not sure if the stream is going to make this or to do it justice, but yeah, the book is amazing. If it, the book means this 3 kilogram package of books, and as you can see, the main books are really, really thick. And only a third one is a little bit smaller, which is the making of. So the first thing that you realize is the whole build quality. It's not just black. And it's also not just orange. The third book's cover. I don't think I ever took out the third book, to be honest. Oh, yes. This is actually, yeah, that's also great. So this is black, right? No, it's not. So it's glossy black on matte black. Just for the extra making of book. And since we already have that, no, it doesn't take fingerprints actually. If your fingers are a little bit moist, they leave prints. But I'm trying to smudge it and can't. No, the paper quality is also amazing.
It's a Unix system. I know this.
Zimmermattingcam, welcome to the stack. Thank you for the follow. So let's take a look at the making of book. It's full of actual great photographs. I mean, regardless of which page I pull up, there are great color and black and white photos. And that's, as I said, only the bonus book. for meeting Kickstarter targets. Let's pull out the first tome. So the whole thing is about 3 kilos worth of book. This is how this looks. And again, great paper quality and endless text interspersed with pictures. And this is all about keyboards and the machines they drive. So this was the book about typewriters and I think also mainframe terminals, things like that. And then there's a volume 2, which is all about computer keyboards. There has to be, of course, the IBM Model F and Model M keyboards. Deep dives on keyboard switch types. Keyboards of different types. I've never seen a player piano. Well, it's a player piano driven by a paper tape. Yeah, makes sense. Oh! A bunch of well-known keyboards. And of course, more modern mechanical keyboards. Different keyboard sizes in that context here. Full size, 65 and 40%. So yeah, oh, my shoulders are hurting simply from holding these books up into the camera. You want to have that on your lap while you're reading them, not above your face in bed. Because if you drop that, it'll knock you unconscious, which might actually be the cause or the reason why you're reading it in bed for the first time in the first place. The Lemon says, "I have the sense you guys are keyboard enthusiasts." How were they able to tell that? Let me see. There's a link that Stupak posted. Stupak said the packaging for shipping was better than for hard drives. Yeah, I think Martin was really worried that after months and months of really hard work, and since it was a Kickstarter, we were able to witness the whole journey to the finished book, and I'll tell you about that in a second. So he was really worried that maybe the shipping would maybe spoil all the hard work that went into the book. So even getting the packaging right and choosing the right type of packaging and the right shipping company and things like that was under so much consideration. And yeah, being able to simply witness the amount of love that went into making this is just amazing. And there were a lot of setbacks as well, picking the right paper, getting the right printer on board. The printer then was based in oh, now I'm blanking on it, in Maine. So at the beginning of 2023, there was a shooting in Maine that made things grind to a halt. And later in 23, there was a flood that flooded parts of the city. And so a lot of setbacks and times where things were looking really, really bad. Yeah, this was a real problem. Devlink over on YouTube asked, is this live? I think it is. I do think it is. Stupak posting lots of pictures, I assume? Yeah, okay. Amiga Gamer says, I have a Sinclair QL style right in front of me on my new ZX Next. Oh, the Spectrum Next is also an amazing machine. I was thinking about getting one of those as well. Yeah, but once a keyboard deviates from what we are used to, like these retro computers do, or if you're getting a real computer terminal where maybe the alpha keys are pretty much where they're supposed to be, but there are the keys that then are completely different places, that really throws you for a loop. The Laman asks, what kind of keyboards do you guys use? Not sure if you really want to ask me that, because then we'll be here all day. But hey, of course, I'm displaying all these keyboards behind me, so I'm more than happy to talk about that. Welcome to the stack to Arhan Talwar over on YouTube. Welcome to the stack. Yeah, I do love mechanical keyboards. I always was a fan of real mechanical keyboards. I still have diary entries from the 90s and early 2000s when I started to buy more mechanical keyboards, like an early DOS keyboard, for example. Yeah, I simply enjoyed the sound and feel of mechanical keyboards, as opposed to the mushy and disappointing feel and sound of usual keyboards that you got with your Dell workstation or something like that. So yeah, when the mechanical keyboard craze, I think what I would call it, came up in about 2018-19, I joined it. I joined the hobby, as people call it, and started taking part in group buys. I took part in quite a bunch of group buys. Everything that you can see behind me is basically the result of group buys, which means someone designs a keyboard, creates a prototype that can be photographed, and then advertises it. And then everyone chips in Kickstarter style to have the actual... I should hydrate. To have the actual keyboard manufactured, probably in China. And so it'll take months, maybe sometimes even years, until you get the keyboard that you paid for in the past, hopefully in a state that you were anticipating, and then you get to assemble it and get keycaps for it and switches for it, because those don't come with custom keyboards. You can choose whatever you like in terms of keyboard switches or key switches and keycaps, but it also means you have to buy key switches separately, and you have to buy keycaps separately and pay for them as well, which can easily drive the price of, say, a keyboard like this one, the white and black one, to $500, $600 all in all. which is a pretty price for a keyboard, I admit. But on the other hand, it's custom, it's your own. You chose basically all the parts, and that makes it worth for many people. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to justify myself, but other people pay a fortune for, say, sneakers, and they don't even get to design them themselves or influence how they look like. So for something that I use daily, for hours on hours, to interface with my computer, no, it's not answered for in a long shot. For something that I use to interface with my computer on a daily basis for hours and hours, it's definitely worth it. And there are so many different variations, different key switches, different key types even. I always confuse the sides here. This one here is an IBM Model F replica, which uses buckling spring switches. Mikeros, welcome to the stack. And buckling spring switches are also amazing. They don't hold back on sound and on feel, very much so too. So yeah, there's a lot of fascination that the mechanical keyboard hobby can have. Stupak uses a 3D printed dactyl monoform. That's the only type of keyboard that I haven't tried yet. And actually, I'm not sure if I ever will. I'm sad to say that even using split keyboards is still sometimes difficult for me, because I'm so much used to the single piece QWERTY keyboards. And maybe if I wouldn't change my keyboard layout every year, I might be better at it. But I think I might actually prefer the single-piece keyboards over split keyboards, simply from a productivity standpoint. The Luma says, nerds, yeah, definitely. There's nowhere around that. The Luma asks, so what would you guys recommend for the first mechanical keyboard for a new dev? That's actually now easier to recommend than ever before, because I think thanks to the trailblazers in the mechanical keyboard, custom mechanical keyboard space, there are now a lot of manufacturers who sell off-the-shelf keyboards at a really high quality, at a quality that wasn't available 5, let alone 10 years ago. And so you don't have to spend $500 on a keyboard. I think if you spend between $100 and $200, then you can get a really, really great keyboard. Keychron, for example, manufactures pretty decent off-the-shelf keyboards. That might be a good entry-level keyboard. And even though I'm not following the custom keyboard scene closely anymore, because, been there, done that, I saw quite a few YouTube videos popping up in my recommendations where people test keyboards for, say, $130, that seem to be really, really good for the price. So you don't have to spend a fortune to get a decent keyboard anymore. And they'll be better than your run-of-the-mill PC keyboard or even a laptop keyboard as well, without doubt. If you are interested in going deeper on the topic of keyboards, maybe you simply want to join our Discord, because there will be people who are more than happy to keep talking about this topic. Well, now, I guess we've at least identified the issue with the image alignment here. So if my font size gets above a certain degree, it eats up the spacing, but I think that might also be... let's make a keyboard cult. That cult has been existing for quite a while already. Yeah, so I'm not sure if someone actually pulls up their font size that much as I do here for my stream browser. Well, they still deserve decent spacing, I guess. So, shall we try and find out what we can do around that? Because, hey, this is full stack live, isn't it? So I should have at least an inkling of these things. So, let's see. CSS, EM spacing getting lost with large browser font size. Why is text rendered with a greater font? Oh no, that's not what I'm looking for. CSS EM issue. Avoid scaling to font size of specific element. My site is almost totally designed in M. It is supposed to be much better for modern browser. That it rescales all the sizes of an element. I think that's more a matter of CSS resetting, right? Let's take a look. Okay, this is hidden by Tailwind. I'm not sure if it's actually, well, yeah, if it's actually M or REM. Balthasar says, I'm surprised that instead of adjusting your font size, you don't operate at a default higher zoom level. Is that possible? I think I would have done that if I had found a way to do it. Because if I change the zoom level here in these settings, that only applies to this browser tab, I think. Let's try that. If I go to, say, 150 and reload maybe this search page. Yeah, that's still at 100%. And if I open up a new tab, it's also at 100%. Check your options. Always a good advice. Let's see. Zoom. Oh, you mean something like default zoom, huh? Yeah, I know. I knew about that. I knew about that, but I couldn't choose that for religious reasons. Huh. But that solves it, of course. I knew that. And it's still pretty readable on the stream, I guess. Yeah. So, oh, that's only 100%. So let's see, 150%. That triggers the breakpoint, but that's fine. That is actually fine. Maybe I shouldn't go to 150 then. 120 might do the trick. Which still, yeah, is pretty readable, and it still has the normal breakpoint. Thank you, Balthasar. No idea why I didn't find that. I think I even installed an extension at one point that would control scaling and things like that. So, but I never used the search in here. Where is the? It doesn't tell me where it's actually set. Is that in general? No. Home only deals with the home page. Below font size. I keep scrolling past that. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's because this here goes to the full width and this down here also, and that's why I keep looking at the right side. I have no idea. Sometimes I really have tunnel vision. Zoom text only. That's also a good idea in this context, because I just want to make things readable. Oh, and look at that. Now it triggers the same effect again, because yeah, it pulls up font size, I guess. Interesting. Well, okay. That's fine too. While I still don't know why it happens, and I don't think I want to go that deeply into browser-specific stuff and Tailwind CSS internals. I mean, I'm curious, and if someone of you has an explanation, a more detailed one, yeah, I'm happy to learn, but it's not that important, I think. Balthazar remembers a time when we designed our UIs with, you know, horizontal separators. Yep. And tables, of course. This wouldn't happen with tables, I think. Back in my day. Vidan Shah on YouTube asked, how to start DevOps? That's a very broad question. I have to admit. I guess we'd have to talk about what DevOps actually is first, because that means team collaboration between people who are focused on development and people who are focused on operations, which is the ops in DevOps. And so if you are alone, you can't actually do DevOps by definition. You can practice DevOps you can practice beneficial processes and use beneficial tools that will help when you are in a DevOps situation, but you can't do it alone. And so DevOps goes back to times when basically development and operations were pretty much enemies, because let's face it, developers usually get paid for innovation, for new approaches to things, to use the latest design and frameworks and things like that. And operations people get paid to keep the website, if we're talking about web operations, online. And that means do not change anything. So the goals and the incentives of these two groups were always pretty much diametrically opposed. And the DevOps movement tried to consolidate that and get them to cooperate by educating developers about operations concerns and also opening up operations to development goals and perspectives. And so the question how to start DevOps is basically answered by join a team where this is actually practiced, and you'll learn the approaches they have taken to basically bridge the gap between development and operations. I mean, if you Google for DevOps tools, you'll find a lot of stuff that has come out of this movement, where systems like, say, for example, Kubernetes are still in the domain of operations because someone needs to literally operate the Kubernetes cluster. But they are also available to developers, say, for deploying test workloads and development versions and things like that. So this is a pretty broad topic that's hard to answer in a single sentence or in a single stream even. you might want to join us on our Discord, where there is an actual DevOps topic that's reserved for that. So if you like, just join us over there. And if you have a more specific question, feel free to post that. Amiga Gamer wrote, as much as I hate other browsers, I always suggest checking formatting issues in another browser. Could be a Firefox quirk. I thought about that too. I was so close to launch Vivaldi to see how the website looks like in a Chromium-based browser. Shrutsreja asked on YouTube, just a question, how is your video moving as your head is moving? Love it. How did you do it? It's the face tracker plugin in OBS, which does use face recognition software, which I think uses my NVIDIA card to make sure that my face is zoomed in and in the middle of the window. Which is pretty nice because I keep moving around, and that way I stay centered. Okay. So there is actually nothing to fix because it was a browser issue more than anything. Okay. Now, what to do next? So one thing that I wanted is to create more content, also for the community forum, but I didn't prepare enough for that now, so I can't go right into that right away. You know what? Let's bridge this by doing a little game of words on stream. Let's do this just to get my mind in a different space. So let's actually make this full screen. The rules are you get you can, unfortunately you can only play it on Twitch because I logged in via Twitch. Rules are use the letters, build words. Every letter can only be used once. At a later stage, there will be fake letters that can't be used at all. And names are not allowed. And simply post your solutions to chat. Once you've found an answer, you'll be locked until the timeline passes the next lock sign. So, for example, if I type in pray, that now gets me locked until the cursor passes this lock, and then I'll be unlocked. And there's of course also play. Party! Partly. That makes sense. Aptly, which is a nice little tool. Exactly. So many more four-letter words. I'm always amazed how many words there are that we can't come up with. Come on, one more point to level 2. Thank you. But still, I would love to see the other words. Oh yes, there's a trap. Well, we made it. Barely, but we did. Oh, come on, Jimmy Babs. Welcome to the stack, by the way. I was about to write that, but I was locked. Seeker! How dare ya? Irate is also a great word. Weird is not a word because that would be weird. Wait, oh, yeah. No, it's not the scaling, actually. I think I did not size the screen properly. No, that's not it. Just a second. Yeah, I did not size the screen properly. I changed the scene template and screwed up the sizing of the component. Thanks for letting me know. We done it and jumped straight to level 4. What would our life be without zinc, right? Oh, come on. Now you're just showing off. That is not nice. Schutzereja, thank you. I love the feedback. Thanks, and talk soon. Exactly what I said, Balthasar. What would be our life without zinc? Now, it's a good thing that there aren't that many words left in this case. Will we be able to fill it? I'm still locked. Is 1? Nope. One left. Who can come up with the final word? Let's see if we can break words on stream. I guess it'll always stay a mystery. But hey, we made it 3 levels ahead. Already level 7. Well done. Both are leading as always. But Sika, Jimmy Babs and Amiga Gamer, good show. Attention, there is a fake letter. One of these letters doesn't work. Let's find out which one it is. Okay, those are valid. Lots of those are valid. How about the J? Huh. That didn't work. Yeah, it's the J. It'll take a little bit more work to hit the goal. Ochre, nice. How do you know these fancy color names? Yeah, the J doesn't work. Wait, ochre with ER is the color too? Didn't I write heck? I thought I did. Turns out, just thinking you did write it doesn't count. Nice, Ivan joining the ranks. Let's see how far we can get. The record on this stream so far is level 13. Ah, Ivan. Curse you, lock. There's also a fake letter. Is it the Z? Thought so. And we're already across the line. Well, this stream is actually well known for crossing the line. How did nerd work this time? Amiga Gamer had... Oh, were you locked, Amiga Gamer? I think you were still locked for your bend. How sad. And Bethesda snatching that Dune. That's at least level 9. Level 10, actually. Great game. Keep at it, folks. Well, proc is a word in Ruby, at least. Might the C be a forbidden letter? Sika, try creep another time now that automod should actually let it through, I guess. Still no C word. Oh, I think this level has it in for us. You made it. Nice! Smashed it. And it actually was the C. And it got us another 2 levels. Let's take a deep breath. Focus. Focus. Hixita, Hichita, thanks for joining. Welcome to the Ranks in Words on stream, and welcome to Full Stack Live, of course. Okay. Another fake letter. Could be the H. Surf, another ops tool. Not as well known as other HashiCorp products, but there is Surf working, I think, still in the background of console. Well, we did it! Nicely, even. But still, a few more 4-letter words left. Let's see, furs, nothing unusual. Rough is an interesting word. Not what does rough mean with a double F? Wait, where are you at? Level 14! Wow, okay. Well, it could have worked. No, couldn't. So there's another N in the game. It's always level 13. It's always above level 12 where things get really, really rough. But still, we did great. This was a lot of fun. So let's see, Balthazar leading as always. With about half the points, that's me on second rank. And Jimmy Babs did a great job as well. And Sika Amiga Gamer, Ivan, and Hijeta, well done too. This was fun. What's that reward button? Oh, can I actually reward points here? Let's see, what happens if I say 400 points? Let's spend 1,000. Are these channel points then? Oh, okay, I see. That's just if I have another tracking thing about coins and stuff like that. Okay. I guess that's if you use something like Stream Elements to track another currency, like coins or something, that can then be traded in for other stuff. It's not the usual Twitch channel points, it's something separate. So we could actually start doing that, but I don't see why. Still, pretty nice. Okay, that was great. Let's close this down and get the music back on. I actually did not take stock of the high score, actually. I should do that, shouldn't I? Is there a way to track that? Maybe I should simply make notes. Well, that was nice, and I think I'm going to wrap up things a little bit earlier. Today was a little bit of a scuffed day in terms of schedule. I started late with my stream and wasn't well prepared. And the stuff that I like to do at this time is not really too interesting. for a stream. Doesn't really make sense to start a coding project either for the last 20 minutes or so. I guess we'll simply go and try and raid someone. Let's see. Rachel's online. Mark is online. Brian is online. What's Clockio doing? Co-working stream. I guess, yeah, he just started. So, yeah, let's go over to Clarkio, to Brian.
It's a Unix system.
Ichesa, thank you for the follow. Yeah, okay, let's see. Can I click? Why doesn't Twitch display more people for raid? Yeah, I could as well use the raid command, couldn't I? Okay. So, /raid at Clarkio. It doesn't even... Oh, it doesn't even... autocomplete. That interface could be a little bit better, couldn't it? Alright folks, so we're going to raid Clarkio and see what he's doing over in his first try at co-working. Thanks for joining me here. I'll be back tomorrow with the Monospace office hour. If you have any questions that you'd like me to answer, you can either post them to Discord. So let me do that. You can post them to Discord, or you can, of course, post them in our Q&A session tomorrow if you join the stream. And until then, let's start the raid. Get ready. And hope we'll talk soon. Take care.